Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a fashion reseller over on Poshmark. You can find me at the Scott Cottage on Poshmark. You can also find me at the Scott Cottage over on Instagram. So as you read in the description, today is going to be a shipping video specifically for Poshmark. I get so many questions of people who are interested in reselling, but they're nervous about shipping and they don't know how to ship via Poshmark. So this does pertain only to Poshmark as far as eBay, Mercari, and those other platforms. I have no idea. I only sell on Poshmark. So just full disclosure, this is just for Poshmark. So first I'm going to go over my favorite things to ship in. This includes boxes, envelopes, polymailers, things of that nature, and I'm going to tell you how I get them. So down below I'm going to post links to everything that I'm showing you so that you can easily go onto the USPS website and order these things. So these are free. Poshmark has an agreement with USPS, and so we can get all of our shipping items for free through USPS. So in case you didn't know that, it'll save you a lot of money. So when I first got started into selling, I thought that it was really important to have really cute packaging, really bright, colorful, floral. I had some floral polymailers that I actually still have, and I use those to ship my items in, but I learned really quickly that number one, it doesn't make a difference as far as reviews. People didn't give me a better review just because it came in a pretty polymailer. Number two, the polymailers were thin. Regardless of what brand I got, they were still kind of thin, so therefore you run into problems shipping if it just gets damaged or something like that. And number three, it's not cost effective. If we can get our shipping for free from USPS, then there's no reason to get shipping material otherwise. Plus, USPS insures all of their items that are shipped in their materials. So it just makes sense to use USPS. So I made the switch probably about 8 months ago to USPS packaging because it's free. You can also go to their website and order the supplies, and you can get bigger quantities. So I do on two of the items I'm going to show you. I order and just have them shipped directly to my house, completely free. So definitely make sure you guys are utilizing that for your benefit. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to show is going to be, there's two different things, and both of them are what I use most often in shipping. So first is the number one that I always go to, and this is the flat rate envelope, but it is padded. So really quickly, you definitely want to make sure that when you are picking these up at your USPS store, that you're picking up the priority mail ones. Now they have priority mail express, and I'm not 100% certain if you can use those. And I say that because when I first started Poshmark, it was strictly priority. It had to say priority mail on it, strictly. You couldn't use anything else. I do think that since I have started selling that they have changed it to include other like lines. However, I have always just gone with this. I know that this works. I've never once had an issue with my items getting to the customers. So I've just always stuck with this. I've had no reason to use anything otherwise. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that really quickly. So priority mail, make sure it says priority mail. It doesn't say express or anything else on here, just priority mail. But I love this one because it is a lot of these items are, not all, but it is like pre-sealed, like it has a seal here. So I'm not having to waste extra tape in folding this over. But my favorite feature is it's padded. So I feel like my item is protected, you know, it's waterproof, it's padded as well. So this is the perfect size for shirts, anything that's thin, like a thin sweater will fit in here, blouses, shirts, tank tops, scarves, if you sell scarves, hats, things like that will all fit in this. And so I use this a majority of the time because I don't know about you guys if you're a reseller, but I sell a lot of tops. Jeans and things like that don't sell as much, but the blouses definitely do. So this is my number one item that I use to ship with, and I order this in bulk from USPS. I think I can order a whole box of 100 of them, and they just are sitting in my office, and I just get them as I need them and reorder them as I need them. But these are my favorite. I will definitely link this below for you, but it is the padded flat rate envelope. So next is my second favorite item, and this is one of their boxes. So this is the medium flat rate here. However, there are different medium flat rates, and I'm going to show you another one, and it's just shaped different, but they're both considered medium. So I will link this below, but this one is perfect. So here's kind of the size here. So it's just kind of the perfect size. So I do a lot of bundles in here. I also love to do my shoes in here. Some of you are going to say, wait, Rachel, there's a shoebox that you can use, and I will show you that too. However, I like presenting my shoes a little bit better with the shoebox. You pretty much just put them in there, and when people open the box, the shoes just kind of fall out, and I don't like that. So I usually tend to use this for my shoes, and then that way when they are laying in there and people open the box, it just makes a better presentation, in my opinion. So this is definitely one of the boxes that I use quite frequently, and let me see the size. It's 11 by 8.5 by 5, but I will link this down below as well. Next, we're going to talk about the smaller box, and it comes like this. So it took me a couple tries to figure out how to properly fold this, but this is called a small flat rate box, and here's that for you. And this is perfect for jewelry. I don't sell a lot of jewelry or accessories, phone cases, you know, mittens, scarves, hats, small, like toboggan hats, I guess, not like the flat bill hats, obviously not going to fit in this, but for smaller items, you could probably do like a blouse too in here, but I think the blouses look better in the padded flat rate. But jewelry is my favorite for jewelry. I do, however, pack it so that when I put the item in there, it's not like wiggling around. Here's what it looks like when it's folded. So, but yeah, I definitely package it to where the jewelry, like if you shake it, you don't hear it moving around, because that's not, you're not protecting the item. So I definitely stuff it with craft paper, bubble wrap, things like that. But yeah, so I love this one. I use this pretty frequently, like I said, with jewelry and things of that nature. Next is this one, and I use this one quite a bit too for my sweaters, jeans, bigger like jackets and things like that can fit in this. So this is just a plain, it just says mailing envelope, but it's the TVEC, I hope I'm saying that right, TVEC recycled material. So this is waterproof, it's very durable, but you can hear it's kind of like paper. It does not rip or anything like that. It's just very heavy duty material. So I do like to use this. Jeans won't fit in the padded rate unless they're like legging jeans and very thin. Otherwise you need to use something bigger. But I don't like using boxes because I can't fit those in my mailbox. So to keep myself from having to make a run to the post office, I really try to package appropriately. So I use, like I said, this is perfect for jeans, sweaters, jackets. I wouldn't say coats or anything like that can fit in here, but that's mainly what I use it for. And it also has the tape there. Really quickly, I didn't talk about this. The little box here, it does have the seal, which is really convenient, but any of the bigger boxes, they don't. So you have to use your own packing tape for these. And sometimes I even will reinforce this with tape, because I just don't feel like this makes a good seal sometimes, and you'll know what I mean if you use these. And I don't want my item to fall out during shipping, so I will actually put that on and put another layer of packing tape just to be safe. Alright, so here's the shoebox that I talked a little bit about earlier. It looks like this. I will tell you I use it for something else, and I'll show you here in just a second. But this would be good for boots, I guess, because it's a longer, like a longer box. It doesn't self-seal, so you do have to use your own packing tape. But as you can see, if I were to have tennis shoes like in here, I would have to put them like in sideways. So then when someone opens it, they just kind of fall out. And I don't know, maybe I just am weird, but I don't think that that's a good presentation in my opinion. I would rather have them open it and it just be laying there. So that's why I don't use these as much for shoes, maybe for boots, like I said, because it's longer. However, I will tell you what I do use this for, and it does say shoebox, just so you guys can see. It actually does say shoebox on it. But I do cut them in half. And this actually fits my mugs really well. So I've got a little Rae Dunn mug here. And when I first got these, I don't sell a lot of home stuff, but when I first got them, I started to panic because I didn't know how to ship them. I was like, none of these boxes are going to fit that properly, and I didn't want to waste a lot of money putting bubble wrap and craft paper to cushion it. So these make the perfect size, especially for the Rae Dunn mugs, so that you just pad them up and then put them in there. And then you have to, of course, here's the flaps. You have to cut flaps for the other side to seal it, but it is the perfect size for mugs. So if you guys are kind of looking for a better way to ship mugs, this works for you. So there's that. All right, so next we're going to talk about these, and these are really confusing because these boxes are essentially the same. I have two here. However, if you look closely, one is slightly bigger. And it doesn't look like a lot. Here is how much bigger it is. However, when you go and you open up this one compared to this one, there's a lot more space. And the reason why is this one's depth is like a whole inch deeper. Hopefully you guys can see the difference, how much bigger the bottom one is compared to the top. The reason why I mention that is I sell a lot of Coach, like the bigger bags of Coach, and they do not fit in the smaller one, but they do fit in the larger one. So I'm going to tell you kind of how to distinguish the two. But yeah, just be on the lookout for these. I really, really like these as well. I use them pretty frequently for my bags, for jackets, very large sweaters that won't fit, bundles. Sometimes you can fit bundles in here. So the smaller of the two just says mailing box on there. It just says mailing box. The other one says medium flat rate box or medium flat box. Okay, so that's the difference. There is the sizes on here, and I'm going to link those below. So I'll make sure to label bigger and smaller one. But these are these are sealed already, so I really, really like that. I don't have to use as much tape on these, but yeah, these are my favorite for jackets and big bags. And then last but not least is this one, and I don't use this often because it is very large, so this is just the large mailing box. I think there's only one of these, and so obviously this would be great for a really big bundle. Like I'm talking, I've had some pretty big bundles of like 5 or 6 items, but I could still fit them in the medium one that I showed you at the very beginning. I don't know if I have used this box quite yet. I'm hoping to one day. So yeah, that is how I ship all of my items. One thing I want to mention is Poshmark has a 5-pound limit on any of your items. So if you were stuffing this box full, I would definitely make sure you weigh this and make sure it's not over the 5 pounds, because if it's over 5 pounds, they're going to require your buyer to pay extra postage. And a lot of times they're not going to like that and they're going to send you it back. So make sure that you are weighing your items before you send them out. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.